Are going to try and get back in here quickly. Agility is going to get the hook onto Mangachu to get us kicked off, and that Biotic Grenade is going to land on top of him. Not a chance in the world for Mangachu to survive, so it will be now one going down. They traded one for one, and actually Juvenile dying there on the side of Renegades. So Mangachu is trying to work his way back into the fight. Renegades are actually Kip with the the Dragon Blade completely shut down. He was so hurt off the start of the Dragon Blade he couldn't get anything done with it. 2 HP and Immortals finish him off, and that might be bad news for Renegades as Chorus of Ultimates being used here. Agilities with 2 for himself. Immortals are all over this point. Grim Reality doing some work as well. A couple of frags for him, and Immortals not having too much trouble there as they take the first point. That triple DPS composition not working for Renegades.
Agility.
Minutes and 20 seconds to move through this last point.
That's Renegades losing their Ana at probably a convenient time for them, honestly, with the cart being stuck in that second point for a little bit. Immortals not able to get as much distance out of it as they could have otherwise. Renegades now mounting another defense. They want to play forward on this and keep the ultimates to their side.
There will be a Deadeye in the back as right away Hyped is going to get hooked in, and there is going to be a self-destruct, zoning them out just a little bit. Tac Visor in the back from Jesus is able to take out Ethan, but Immortals have found 2 kills for themselves already as Mangachu and Juvenile going down, so Immortals with the upper hand here, and Jesus is in a bit of trouble. He is kept alive by his supports, but still, Immortals are ailing Renegades are ailing just a bit here in the back as they are just waiting for all of their respawns to come up, and there will be a nano boost out onto Juvenile, but Immortals are doing a good job of being able to kite this one out. They weren't really close enough for Juvenile to do much with that nano boost that he was given, and they just speed boost away from it. So Immortals with 2 ultimates at the moment. They have Nami's Earth Shatter and the Agility's Whole Hog as they did use that Whole Hog out from Agilities, and there was a sound barrier on the side of Renegades, and that's going to be Juvenile and Jur already getting taken out of this fight. So Immortals with a good opportunity to finish off the point right here, make that 3 in total for them. Grim Reality with a Deadeye in the back just to make sure that they're able to move this cart forward a bit more. Mangachu did make a switch over to Mei, but he gets killed by Nami as he finds 2 for himself. And another sound barrier here used by Immortals. Players from Renegades are dropping like flies, and there's really no one around to contest that cart. So Immortals are able to get all the way to the end of the map with a decent bit of time left in that time bank as well.
Yeah, 2:45 for Immortals. That's
a decent bit of movement on this card here.
Immortals holding on to 4 ultimates on their side. Renegades not too far away from, let's call it 5, but 2 of them not online right now. If Immortals takes 2 Renegades very quickly here, they might be able to get some dirt.
Oh, Grim Reality put to sleep. He did get waken up, but doesn't matter. They shut down that Nano Visor quite quickly thanks to a brilliant sleep dart from Sherlocky. So they will get no value out of that one. They did force them to use a sound barrier. Jur had to use it, but here we go. Earth Shatters. Oh, Kib with 4 right there, just destroying Immortals through the streets phase. There was no chance of that. A big self-destruct, and that allows Renegades to just continue.
Had to burn a little bit more than I expected out of that Earth Shatter and a Nano Boost following up the Graviton. I really thought the Graviton was going to pay off enough, but Immortals keeping it alive. They're now going to have to press back. I hear a Nano Boost coming out. Can't see exactly where it is, but Hype's going to try and corner Jesus here. Jesus is going to go down. Nope.
Oh, he's got a nice sleep there. He's going to help save. Going to help save his Roadhog, and here comes the self-destruct flying in over top of the point. Not going to get anybody, but a good hook from Jesus in the back will help secure a kill onto Grim Reality. They're still trading here, but Hyped is in behind at the moment, just flying around, causing a disturbance to the Renegades players. They have 4 ultimates online at the moment. They're just about to have all 6 online, and they may not even need most of them because they've already gotten 2, make that 3 kills, and this is really bad for Immortals now as Jesus getting yet another hook and should be able to finish it off. There's just pushed the card all the way on in. They didn't even need the ults.
Right over there, Mangachu dropping the Graviton to catch all of Immortals coming out so they couldn't touch the points so that they could just walk it in there.
Certainly can. If they come out strong, Immortals, they can easily make up that time, but Renegades are a team that are known for their defense. So you do have to keep an eye on it. They didn't have too good of a one on the first defense, but they can play some defense, these boys. So Here we go, 2 minutes and 30 for Immortals. They're immediately Agility's is going to get walled off here, so he has to rotate back around and try and meet up with the rest of his team to help him out. Jesus, who's already taken quite a bit of damage, is going to rewind and get himself healed up, and a sleep dart coming out of the gate. Grim Reality this time getting himself walled off, and these walls from Mangachu are doing a good job of splitting up the Immortals offense and hyped, eventually taken down by Jesus. So Agility's trapped all the way inside of the house behind Point, and Jur did get killed by Grim Reality, so that is actually crucial for Immortals here. And Jesus may be in a bit of trouble himself here as Nami is just running through the house and finds 2 kills for himself. And Immortals are looking very strong on this point. 3 kills in total. Jur is just now getting himself back up. They're backing up. They have a Blizzard to work with. They almost have an Earthshatter, Pulse Bomb, Nano Boost for themselves, and now a pick as they take down Juvenile. The Blizzard coming out from Mangachu as well, so things looking good for Renegades to get back in potentially. But Juvenile did go down. They were able to get Nami, and now Jesus getting hooked somehow. Didn't die. I think there was a sleep dart that may have come out. There's going to be a self-destruct, or actually a pulse bomb from Jesus, as he gets 4 in total for Renegades. Doing work, make that 5 for Jesus. Just crushing Immortals on that push. The combination, Graviton, pulse bomb, blowing through Immortals, and they will have one last shot to get themselves onto the card and try and win a team fight, but they don't have too many ults to do so, as Nami getting walled off, and that might be bad news. There will be a Deadeye from the top. Earthshatter landing onto a lot of Immortals players, trading 1 for 1, and a self-destruct flying in now as well, right on top of the cart. No one is going to die from it, though, as Kip is still in here just trying to get D.Va out of this mech. Sound barrier for Immortals as they continue to fight her out on the card. Ethan with those anti-heals on is very, very hurt, just trying to stay alive and keep the team supported. Sherlocky goes down, Kip as well. Immortals are finally mounting something here, as that's 3-4 for them on this fight, and they should be able to move it quite a bit further as Renegades has to go back to the drawing board and regroup.
Oh, Grim Reality's just catching Juvenile with a Deadeye when he lowered his shield, opening up that push for Immortals. Renegades, I wouldn't quite call him out of this fight yet. They're reforming, really low on the ultimate economy, but Immortals doesn't have a whole lot. It is overtime. 1 wipe will halt this offense for Immortals.
They need to make it happen here, or it's going to be trouble for Renegades. Blizzard is out on the cart on the side of Renegades, but they're down 3. Immortals are making it happen right now, as Renegades is not really going to have anybody around to try and defend this, and that is really, really bad news for them, as they are able to even get the Streets phase checkpoint. Renegades has got to win a fight here.
Have Mangachu switching back to Roadhog. Back-to-back Blizzards just not paying out for Renegades. Perhaps this will work a little bit better for them. Immortals, though, Agility's holding on to a Dragon Blade. That could be enough to open up this backfield if he can find the right angle, but still in overtime here. Immortals getting absurdly close to the 3rd point.
Agilities does use that Dragon Blade. He is going in a good shield to keep much of the team alive, and Agilities finished off by Jur thanks to some good focus fire from the rest of the boys. And now Immortals are in some trouble. They're down 2. Grim Reality and Agilities both out of it. They're DPS, and now there is a self-destruct flying into the back. It doesn't matter, though, as Renegades are finding the kills. There's only a couple left on the card. Mangachu getting both supports of Immortals, and now Jesus will do a Deadeye in the back just to make sure, for a bit of an insurance policy. Regardless, Immortals with a very, very good offense right there. Renegades are going to be in for it as they now switch to the offensive side. Juvenile, though, will get finished off by Ethan, so they've traded 1 for 1. At this point, Renegades just wants to wait for their respawn and then go for the push, because they can get 6 players to the point before Immortals can, and it looks as though they have all 6 and they want to take a fight right here, right now. With that 1-player advantage, though, they are starting to get themselves back to the point. All of Immortals. Agilities is just in the thick of things as he is on Genji. He made that switch so he could get back quickly. Grim Reality, though, taken down by Kip. And he is still, Agilities just causing havoc over here inside of the hotel. But Renegades 3 and 4 for themselves. Mangachu pressing forward, and there might be even a late kill here. Yes, taking down Ethan. And Renegades all over that point. That's a good start to the offense that they need to match of Immortals to work with, but not much.
Immortals perhaps willing to give up a little bit of distance and time, or to soak time, but they can't let it cap. Or actually, that's not actually a concern in this instance. All they really need to do is wait for the proper Earth Shatter and wipe out all of Renegade's offense. We'll see if Nami can make it land, and there it comes out.
Here we go, Kib with the Nano Blade, 2 for him, Agilities and Verbo, the victims. 8th it down as well, 3 for Kib. And that should help Renegades be able to cap this second point as Hyped is hanging on for dear life here. At least trying to keep himself inside of his mech, and he may get ejected in just a moment. But a big Nano Blade from Kib on the side of Renegades. They will get this second point, but with 10 seconds left, they are going to have to win the next team fight, and possibly even 2. As that Immortals respawn is pretty close, and it looks like Immortals wants to take this straight to the card off the bat. Mangachu down. Nami is able to take care of him. Nami with 2. This may be Immortals taking a map off of Renegades. Finally, sound barrier from Immortals as well. There's only 2 players up. That may be said and done, as Immortals are able to stop Renegades taking a map off them finally. And that will be a 1-0 lead for the Immortals boys, having a good showing right there.
And just like...
Oh yeah, I've seen it too, man. That can be pretty nasty. Now, right away, Immortals are still moving this one through. Good bubble to keep Jesus alive, but he has that biotic grenade on himself. They will use the nano boost on Nami as he charges himself forward, and Agility's getting hooked in. Biotic lands on him, taken down, easy peasy on the 1-2 combo. Renegades are finding the kills now, finally, to shut down Immortals in the streets. And they will be able to stop it, at least for now. Kib does have a Graviton at the ready, and Jesus with a whole hog. Soon a sound barrier as well for Jur.
Turn for their push. And that's one hook coming out of Agility. He's getting Soldier 76 in it. Wait, there's no Soldier. Who did I see?
Oh, there's going to be a nano boost. Yeah, there you go, Sherlock. There's a nano boost. Nami comes in and is swinging away. 2 for him here, and Jur winning that Lucio v Lucio battle, and Renegades are responding though. Kib gets a 2K, Ethan and Agilities both, and they're keeping themselves in the fight for the time being though. Kib is separated from pretty much everybody here, and that might be about said and done for Renegades, at least for this fight, though Kib is at least trying to even the playing field a little bit, and he's managed to keep himself alive. Immortals are having a tough time taking him down, and Renegades are actually able to get themselves collected and back together. And Kib with some of these kills are actually really keeping Renegades in this fight. Agility's using the whole hog. He does get a Juvenile on his charge. Finally, they take down Kib. It took him a while, but they managed to make it happen in the end. Now a whole hog and a nano boost onto Jesus as he's putting guys into the meat grinder at the moment. And Immortals will continue to press on. A big Earth Shatter from Nami should help them secure a few kills, but Jesus getting hooks and a sound barrier for Renegades. The fight continues on the card here, and there's only 2 seconds left, so Immortals really need to make it happen here. And a big hook from Jesus, taking down Verbo. There will be a Graviton on the cart, but not really a whole lot of follow-up. And now it might be Grim Reality biting the dust. Here is Jesus just meleeing away, and this is the never-ending fight for sure. But it seems as though in the end, Renegades might be coming out on top. Agilities has come back on Tracer. Try and stall for a little bit if he can, just to get the rest of the team there. And Jesus, who's very hurt, there may be an opportunity to finish off that kill. Finally, charge comes through from Nami to take down Jesus. Mangachu gets Earth Shattered on the cart. They got to remove these players from the fight, but Mangachu has been able to stall for quite a while, and the Renegades respawns just continue to filter through right now. And there will be a Graviton yet again. Their sound barrier comes out. Nice shot from Grim Reality to take down Jur. And self-destruct down onto the point, and Grim Reality can't seem to quite finish off Sherlock right there, but Immortals still needing to make this fight happen. The win happened, it looks like finally they're able to do so for the 2-minute fight.
Reality paying dividends on his Pharah play so far. This guy can play anything. Nami, he's got another Earth Shatter. That's going to have to come in big.
Going in, Juvenile with the nano boost, and he already gets 8th, and that is a lot of trouble for Immortals. You need that Ana to be able to keep your team sustained, and Sherlocky picks up a couple of kills, 3 kills for Sherlocky here. Apparently, Ana is just an insane DPS, getting all the finishing blows right here. A 3K for Sherlocky, finally taken down by the enemy Ana, but now there is a self-destruct on the cart. Juvenile with 2 off of his Earth Shatter agilities, and Nami both taken out, and this may be it for Immortals. Let's see if they can stall it out. Yet again, Grim Reality with the Rocket Barrage, 5-2, Grim Reality with 3, taking down Mangachu. And now Immortals still seeming to hold on here, and he's looking for the final blow onto Jesus. Verbo gets it, but Grim Reality dealing out that damage, so Immortals aren't done yet, folks, as they continue to push the cart. Renegades looking to regroup and take one more push off of the respawns. They do have a Graviton to work with. Kib has got that in the bank and ready to take it out, though. Nano Boost is going to be deployed onto Hype. There is a Graviton on the cart. Kib looking to get some of these kills. There's no follow-up, though, and he didn't have the charge to really grind through those guys with the Graviton, but still Immortals are hanging on. They've lost 2. Renegades have lost 3. Kib goes down as well. Immortals may just be able to do this. Mangachu's really the only one on the card for them, just trying to stall as long as he possibly can. Now Pulse Bomb's gonna land on Juvenile thanks to agilities as he gets taken out, and somehow Immortals makes it happen. In the end, it took them a long while. They held on barely. Multiple times.
Barely nobody could stop Immortals in overtime. This is really only have a self-destruct, but working on a whole hog, a sound barrier, an earth shatter. And we'll count the tranquility as well. Renegades with 1 minute left on the clock might be in another overtime situation like Immortals was here in the second point. If they're not too careful, they're going to have to make a lot more progress on this. It doesn't necessarily look like they have all the tools yet, but they're getting very, very close.
They are getting close, and now they're kind of flip-flopping some odd positioning on both sides. Sound barrier for Renegades. Agilities is going to hold on to this Dragon Blade as long as he can. Now that sound barrier is going to be letting off agilities with 2, 3 now. 4 agilities. The Dragon Blade coming in big time for him and the rest of Immortals as Renegades gets shut down right there, and they're going to have to make it happen with just a little bit of time left. 20 seconds for Renegades. They do have some tools in the kit for ultimates, and none at the moment for Immortals, but they're coming up very, very shortly. So Renegades looking to move quickly right here as they come around the backside through the alley. They're going to have to get on the cart and find the kills right now. With just 5 seconds, it will be overtime unless they get the next point. And Jesus, with a crucial miss on a hook there, could have taken out Ethan from the fight. Whole Hog used, but completely destroyed off of the Whole Hog. And now it is 2 kills for Immortals. It's a 5v4 fight in favor of them, and Mangachu goes down. In the end, Grim Reality using that tack visor got Sherlocky before he was finished off, so Renegades may be getting shut down here, and Immortals could be taking the series of finally beating Renegades. They stay undefeated in the winter premiere. Immortals making me eat my words again. Another team to